Hello friends, good day to you all. In this audio tutorial, we will talk about the important articles of Indian Constitution and their subject matter. Before I start, I just want to say that this tutorial is only for lower level examination, for instance CHSL, CGL, UPSSC, IBPSPO, etc. This is not for higher level examination like civil services examination. So it's a introductory tutorial where you will have basic idea about the important articles and their subject matters. Okay, so shall we start? Article 1 to 4 comes under part 1 of the Constitution. Deal with the Union and its territory. Article 1 describes India, that is Bharat, as a union of state. According to this article, the territory of India can be classified into 3 categories. Number 1, territories of the states. Number 2, territory of union territories. Number 3, territories that may be acquired by the government. Okay. Article 2 of the Indian Constitution provides that the Parliament may by law admit new states into the Union of India. So it means Articles 2 relates to the administration or establishment of new states that are not part of the Indian Union. For example, the Parliament has admitted the French settlement of Pondicherry, Karaikal, Mahe and Yanam, the Portuguese settlement of Goa, Diu, Andaman, Sikkim, etc. into India after independence. Article 3 of Indian Constitution empowers the Parliament to form a new state by altering boundary and existing states. So here we finish the part 1, then comes the part 2 of Indian Constitution. Article 5 to 11 comes under this part. Article 5 of Indian Constitution states citizens at the commencement of the Constitution. Okay. Article 6 of the Indian Constitution describes the right of citizenship of certain persons who have migrated to India from Pakistan. Okay. Article 7 of the Indian Constitution describes the rights of citizenship of certain migrants to Pakistan. Article 8 of Indian Constitution describes the rights of the Indian who live outside the India. Article 9 of the Indian Constitution describes the person who voluntarily leave the Indian citizenship by acquiring the citizenship of another state. Article 11 of the Indian Constitution describes Parliament to regulate the right of citizenship by law. Now we finish part 2 and then comes the part 3. The title of this part is Fundamental Rights. Article 12 to 32 comes under this part. Article 13. Article 13 of Indian Constitution states laws inconsistent with or in derogation of the fundamental rights. I repeat, laws inconsistent with or in derogation of the fundamental rights. It means any law violates the fundamental rights, it shall be void or null. Where Supreme Court under Article 32 and High Court under Article 226 can declare the law unconstitutional. Okay. Now comes the Article 14 of the Indian Constitution. It states equality before law, which means every person is equal. No person will be treated on the basis of caste, creed, birth, or status, etc. Article 16 of Indian Constitution describes equality of opportunity in matter of public employment. Article 17 of Indian Constitution describes abolition of untouchability. Article 19 of Indian Constitution, protection of rights regarding freedom of speech and expression. Article 21 of Indian Constitution, let me tell you, it's a very important article. Protection of life and personal liberty comes under this, and now also right to privacy is also a fundamental rights. So right to privacy is also comes under this Article 21. Okay. So now we move to Article 21A. It defines right to education. It says that state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of age 6 to 14. I hope I am clear to you all. State shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of age 6 to 14. Provision was added by 86th Amendment Act 2002. Now, Article 23 of Indian Constitution, it states provision of traffic in human being enforced level. Okay. Article 24 of Indian Constitution, it describes provision of child employment in the factories. Okay. Article 25 of Indian Constitution, it gives freedom to conscience and free profession and practice and propagation of religion. In simple terms, this article allows the citizen of India that one can pursue any religion at his or her will. Now we come to the Article 27 of the Indian Constitution. It gives freedom as to payment taxes for promotion of any particular religion. Article 29 of Indian Constitution, protection of interest of minorities. Okay. Article 30 of Indian Constitution, rights of minorities to establish and administer educational institutions. Now we come to the Article 32. It describes remedies for the enforcement of right conferred by this part. So this is Article 32. It also called the remedies for fundamental remedies. If you find that your fundamental rights are being violated, you can move to Supreme Court under this article. Okay. I hope I am clear to you all. Now we move to part 4. Here we finish the part 3. Then comes the part 4. Title of this part is Directive Principle State Policy. Article 36 to 51 comes under this part. Article 40 of Indian Constitution, Organization of Village Panchayat. Okay. Next important article of this part is Article 44. It says Uniform Civil Code for Citizen. Okay. Article 45 of Indian Constitution, provision for every childhood care and education to children below age 6 years. Article 49 of the Indian Constitution says protection of monument and places and objects of national importance. Article 50 of the Indian Constitution says separation of judiciary from the executive. Article 51 of the Indian Constitution says promotion of international peace and security. Part 4A, fundamental duties. It comes under Article 51. There are 11 fundamental duties which you can read or study from some other source material. I cannot, though I have a very little time, so I cannot put many things into this lecture. So you can read those 11 fundamental duties from some other reference or some other source of information. Then comes the part 5th. Title of this is Union Government. Article 52 to 151 comes under this part. So important articles of this part are as Article 72 of the Indian Constitution. It says power of President to grant pardon in certain cases. Article 78 of the Indian Constitution, it describes the duty of PM or Prime Minister to furnish the information to President. Okay. Article 110 of the Indian Constitution describes money will. Article 112 of the Indian Constitution describes the union budget, or we can say the annual financial budget statement. Sorry. Article 123 of the Indian Constitution describes power of president to promulgate ordinance. Article 143 of the Indian Constitution describes power of president to counsel Supreme Court. Okay. Here we finished part 6, part 5th, then comes the part 6. Title of this part is State Government. Article 152 to 237 comes under this part. Okay. Article 152 describes governor of states. Article 161 of the Indian Constitution describes the power of governor to grant pardon in certain cases. Article 163 of Indian Constitution describes the Council of Ministers to aid and advise governor. Now, Council of Ministers means elected member of the House who gets the portfolio. By portfolio, you can understand like Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Textile, Ministry of Health, etc. These are the portfolio for various ministries. So, I hope I am clear to you all. Next is Article 167 of the Indian Constitution. It describes the duties of Chief Minister to furnish the information to governor. This article is same as the Article 78, where in Article 78 duties of Prime Minister to furnish the information to President. Article 200 of the Indian Constitution, it describes the assent of will by the governor. Article 201 of the Indian Constitution describes the reserved for the bill has been reserved for the consideration of the President by the governor. The bill has been reserved for the consideration of President by the governor. Article 213 of the Indian Constitution describes the power of governor to promulgate ordinances. Article 226 of the Indian Constitution, power of High Court to issue writs in certain cases. Here we finish the part 6, then comes the part 7. It deals with the Part B state of Indian Union. So, Article 238, it was repealed or abrogated by the 7th Amendment Act 1956, which contains abrogation of A and B category of state. So let me explain you what are these states. In India, the India were divided in the groups at first during the British time. The first one is British possession of India, where Britishers had the supreme authority, and the second category was the princely state, where prince of various states have the authority. Third category was tribal India. Now that tribal India was categorized by the Britishers into 4 categories, that are A, B, C and D. So now in this article, A and B category type of category states are abrogated. Categories are abrogated, not the state. Okay. Now we come to the part 8th. Titles of this part is Administration of Union Territory, and it covers the article. It covers the article 239 to 241. Article 239A deals with the special provision with respect to Delhi. After this, we come to the part 9th of the Indian Constitution. First important articles of this. It covers articles from 242 to 243. It is the abrogation of provision related to C and D category of the state. After this, in 1992, Article 243, according to 73rd Amendment Act and 74th Amendment Act, again added to the Constitution, which is now comprise provision related to Panchayati Raj and Municipality Corporation. After this, Part 10th of the Indian Constitution, Article 244 of India deals with provision regarding scheduled areas. Article 244A deals with provision regarding tribal areas. Now we come to the part 11 of the Indian Constitution, deals with the relation between union and state. Article 245 to 263 comes under this part. So, Article 249 of Indian Constitution deals with the power of Parliament to legislate with respect to matter in state list in the national interest. Article 262 of Indian Constitution deals with the education of disputed relating to water interest, rivers or river valleys. Article 263 of the Indian Constitution, it describes provision with respect to interstate council. Now, here we finish the part 11 of Indian Constitution, then comes the part 12 of Indian Constitution, deals with the finance, property, etc. Article 264 to 300 come under this article. Article 265 on Indian Constitution states tax not to be imposed save by authority of law. Article 275 of Indian Constitution it grants from union to certain states. According to this article, grants are being provided from union to certain states. Article 280 of Indian Constitution describes the Finance Commission of India. Article 300 of Indian Constitution details about the suits and proceedings. Article 300 of the Indian Constitution details about the suits and proceedings. Article 300A describes the right to property. Earlier, this was a fundamental right. Earlier, right to property was a fundamental right. Now, coming to part 13 of Indian Constitution, it's covered from 301 to 307. It details provision related to trade, commerce, and travel. Coming to part 14, comprises provision related to services under union states covered from Article 300 to 323. So important articles of this part are as Article 311 of the Indian Constitution. Article 311 of the Indian Constitution deals with removal or reduction in rank of a person employed in civil capacity under the union or state government. I repeat, Article 311 of Indian Constitution deals with removal or reduction in rank of a person employed in a civil capacity under the union or state government. Article 312 of Indian Constitution deal with provisions related all India services. Article 315 of Indian Constitution deal with Public Service Commission for Union and States. Article 320 of Indian Constitution deal with function of Public Service Commission. After this, we come to part 14th of Indian Constitution, covered under Article 323A to 323B. I repeat, after this we come to part 14A of Indian Constitution, covered under Article 323A to 323B, which contains provision related to structural, judicial and administrative function of central administrative tribunals. Now, coming to part 15 of Indian Constitution, it contains provision related to Election Commission of India. It is covered from Article 324 to 329. Article 324 states that Election Commission supervise the election under the Indian territory. Now, coming to part 16 of the Indian Constitution, it details provision related to special status related SC/ST and Anglo-Indian. It is covered from 330 to 342. Article 330 of Indian Constitution provides for reservation of seats for SC and SC in the House of People. Article 335 of Indian Constitution details claims of SC and ST in services post. Coming to part 17, deals with official language of India. It covered from Article 343 to 359. 351, sorry. It covered from Article 343 to 351. Article 343 of Indian Constitution describes the official language of Union. Article 345 of Indian Constitution describes official languages of states. After this, Part 18 of the Indian Constitution, it deals with emergency provisions. Article 352, Article 360 comes under this part. Article 352 of Indian Constitution provisions regarding describes, I repeat, Article 352 of Indian Constitution describes the provision regarding proclamation of national emergency. Article 356 of Indian Constitution deals with failure of constitutional machinery in states that leads to president rule. Article 360 of Indian Constitution deals with provision regarding financial emergency. Coming to part 19 of Indian Constitution, it deals with provision related to judicial immunity to the president and governor, covered from Article 361 to 367. Article 365 of Indian Constitution says that where any state has failed to comply with or to give effect to any direction given in the exercise by the executive power of the Union, the president rule is invoked that in that particular state. So most probably it is same as the Article 356, where a president finds that the particular state is not following the direction by the union or not following the constitution, then the president rule is invoked. Okay, part 20 of Indian Constitution, this under it comes the Article 368 of the Indian Constitution that gives the power of Parliament to amend the Constitution. Okay, so Article 368 has the power or the capacity by which law can be amendment or new article can be amendment into the Constitution. After this, we come to the part 21 of the Indian Constitution, which contains temporary and transitional provision comes under this part. Article 369 to 392 comes under this part. Okay, important. Article 370, which temporary special provision with respect to the state of Jammu Kashmir. Now this article has been removed as Jammu and Kashmir has been divided into 3 union territories. After this comes the last part, 22 of Indian Constitution, that contains details about the short titles and commencement of the Constitution covered under Article 393 to Article 395. So friends, this is a very small and introductory type of lecture, but it will help you in lower level examination, as I told you earlier. I hope you all will like, and never forget to mention in below in the comment box if I get good good number of comment, that will encourage me to upload more of such material. Thank you.